many of you know, Temple University's student vlogger graduated last year, so I decided to take a stab at it. It was an interesting day, for sure. Take a look. Good morning, everyone. I know, I always wake up such a mess. Anyway, today I'm going to be taking you along for a totally normal day in my life. So the first thing I usually do when I wake up in the morning is I make my breakfast. But my roommate is the most disgustingest, dirtiest animal ever. I'm totally kidding though. We joke like that all of the time. She is a bestie for life. A bestie who doesn't know how to use our dishwasher, but a bestie for sure. And last but not least, beans. It smells so good right now, oh my gosh. Well, I guess Kelsey decided to sleep in while us girl bosses were busy building our empires. What the? Kelsey! Get up! Oh my god, this girl, let me tell you, she will fall asleep anywhere. You guys, she's not breathing. I have to call the cops. Okay, really quick, I did just get a couple of things from Amazon, so let me show you what I got. So first thing I got were these really cute clips right here, as you can see. I also got this stain stick, which is going to be super helpful since I have blood all over my shoes right now. Ooh. Okay, and lastly, I did get this cowboy hat, which is super cute and it's just the pick-me-up I needed today. Actually, I got so much stuff, I'll probably have to cut most of it out. Hi, this is going to sound really random, but my roommate is dead.
Okay, we'll send someone over right now. When did you find the body?
Like 20... No, I just found her. Just right now.
Alright, ma'am, stay calm. We will head over now to gather the body, do some investigating, and...
Yeah, will you guys be in my vlog? Hi guys, so the cops wouldn't let me film them, so I was only able to get a couple of quick clips. I will insert them right here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this day in my life. Stay tuned for next week when I testify in court for the murder of my roommate. Not clickbait. Welcome to Temple Tonight. Let's take a look at some of the latest headlines. An Alaskan Airways flight hit and killed a bear on the runway during a landing. And the worst part is it flew away again before the cops could come to the scene. A 105-year-old woman has beat COVID-19 and credits gin-soaked raisins to her survival. See, Mom, I don't have a drinking problem. I have a drinking solution. A cat in Oregon saved the lives of a family by alerting them to a dangerous gas leak. Cat people everywhere are celebrating this story, while carbon monoxide detector people are in shambles. A pile of rope on a Texas beach turned out to be a weird real-life sea creature that washed up on shore. Said Ted Cruz, "What else was I supposed to do? Southwest was completely booked." Electronic music duo Daft Punk announced their breakup after nearly 30 years in the music industry. They said that the recent months have made things harder, but unfortunately not better, nor faster, nor stronger. An illegal winery was busted in a sewage plant in Alabama. When asked, why a sewage plant, the man responsible said that's what gave it the flavor. In Antarctica, scientists found life forms that they said shouldn't be there, which is exactly what the McDonald's employee said to me when they found out I was pushing kids out of the ball pit. New Hampshire politicians have banned pets from remote bill hearings, not because they were distracting, but because they wouldn't stop proposing new ways to implement communism. A new study revealed that pigs can be trained to play video games with their snouts. In other news, at least your boyfriend is now participating in science. That's enough news for now. We'll be back in a little bit with more Temple Tonight. Welcome back, everyone. Since we've all been stuck inside, I haven't gotten to meet a lot of people this year, so I decided to create a new club, and we had some of our viewers write in suggestions. Personally, I think a puzzle club is the missing piece of Temple University, but I aim to please. So let's take a look at what the fans had to say. Our first suggestion is an early riser club. Students can wake up early to watch the sunrise, then spend the rest of the day talking about how they got up early to watch the sunrise. That could be fun, but I haven't slept in weeks, so count me out. Our next suggestion is from Jake, and he says hiking club. For convenience, walk back and forth on Lee Course Walk. Okay, Jake. Next up, we have Post-COVID Club, advocating for people to meet in person once they get a vaccine. Perfect! And we can do puzzles, too. From Melissa, we have the Six Flags Great Adventure Club. You know what's even more fun than the same spin at Six Flags? Putting the final piece into a 1,500-piece puzzle. Our next suggestion is from Dave, and he says the Anything That Will Help Me Meet Someone Club. Remind me not to invite Dave to whatever club I start. Next up, we have Communism Club. Let me tell you, there is nothing better than sharing a puzzle. Our next suggestion is from Trevor, and he says Physics Club. Listen, if you can put all that mumbo-jumbo numbers stuff together, you can connect two puzzle pieces. Next up, we have the Temple University chapter of Nicki Minaj's Barb Alliance. I just want to put on record that Nicki Minaj has said in many interviews how much she loves puzzles. From Grace, we have Trivia Club, No Movies. What other kind of trivia is there? This one feels a little personal. Students Against Puzzle Club. Okay, now I'm really pissed off. We try really hard to get the fans involved with the show. There are starving children that would kill to give me suggestions. You're all banned from Puzzle Club. You know what? I'm not even going to read this last one. I don't want to give this person the satisfaction. Here at Temple Tonight, we've stayed away from the topic of politics. But since the current political climate is so divisive and hostile, we feel obligated to keep our viewers informed. In a new segment, we dive into the latest issues in local politics. Leaked documents are the latest development in the ongoing exchange scandal. The conflict between Aunt Maud's house and Aunt Rosemary's house has come to a head after personal text messages have been made public. These messages, sent from Rosemary's daughter, reveal that the Rosemary household returned Aunt Maud's holiday gift. The Maud household is outraged, and they are demanding that the Vernese family institutes a no-gift return policy. With more on the Maud front, we go now to my cousin Terry.
Thanks, Alexa. Well, after weeks of deliberation, the Maud household spent $59.99 on an air fryer for Aunt Rosemary. They thought it was the perfect gift. It's trendy, it's easy to use, and it politely lets your friends know that you're healthier than them. That's why the revelation that Aunt Rosemary returned the air fryer shocked the family. Not only was this thoughtful gift returned, it was exchanged for $13 in Kohl's store credit. This was then used to buy a donut maker, which, in Maud's opinion, is a gimmicky appliance with no practical value that makes a mockery of baking. I spoke to a representative from the Maud household, my sister Jenny, who said that this betrayal has made them insist on a no-gift return policy. They believe that this policy is a necessity that will, quote, preserve the sanctity of the holiday gift exchange. This is Terry Vernese reporting for Temple Tonight.
This controversial no gift exchange policy is facing opposition from the Rosemary Party. Here to tell us more is former Bernice daughter-in-law and Cole's gift exchange expert, Sarah.
When I was an active member of the Vernice family, I was aware of many gift exchanges. It's a common practice for the Rosemary Party that's not meant to offend. And let me tell you, Alexa, they feel justified in the air fryer swap. A donut maker is much more useful to their family because they like to eat donuts every Wednesday when they watch The Amazing Race. The donut maker provides great food and a great bonding experience for the family. And isn't this what Maud intended when she gave them the air fryer? In Rosemary's eyes, the exchange helped fulfill the spirit of Maud's gift. Alexa, back to you.
Thanks, Sarah. Good to see you again. And this just in, the Rosemary family has stated that they are willing to consider the no gift return policy if Maud will throw in her Netflix password so they can watch The Great British Bake Off. It looks like we're headed for another tense family standoff. Hopefully we can avoid another family shutdown like the one that cost us Thanksgiving 2009.
Although we can't travel as much as we used to right now, I've gotten really interested in our nation's many different cultures and accents. To teach us more about different accents in different states, here's dialect coach Bob Flintstone.
Hello. What's up in this, John? I heard that's Philadelphian for hello.
Wow, you are so cultured. So, where are you right now?
I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. If we can keep this low key, I did just get back from Texas.
Oh, wow. So, let's start talking about the Texas accent then.
Oh my God, the Texas accent is so beautiful. Instead of saying hello, you say, howdy there, partner. And instead of saying goodbye, you say, get on up the hell out of here.
So it's just as stereotypical as in the movies?
Yep, you can toot your horn on that one, partner.
Interesting. And how long were you in Texas to learn this?
A couple of months. I was working on a movie set on some ranch before the cops started plotting my accidental suicide. Hey,
Wait.
do you know what the prettiest accent is by far in the mainland United States? Spoiler alert, it's Wyoming.
Wait, now I know you're lying to me. Wyoming is not real. No way.
Well, it is definitely real, and it is the most breathtaking place. The culture is so rich, and the accent is unlike any other. Real locals pronounce it oui, mon âge.
Real locals? No, I'm still not buying it. Name 3 real Wyoming locals. Go.
The 3 senators of Wyoming are Carly Shay, Samantha Puckett, and Fredward Benson.
States, real states, only have 2 senators. And those are the main characters of iCarly, a kids' TV show that took place in Seattle.
Well, I'm sorry these people exist outside of TV. Speaking of Seattle, do you know that when you want to propose to someone, you don't want to say, would you like to marry me? You say, bada bing, my brother.
I don't know if that's true. And your credibility right now is getting extremely low.
Yeah, it is. And believe it or not, in Iowa, everyone ends every sentence in corn. So if we were in Iowa and I said, Alexa, how was your day, corn? You'd say it.
Fine. So, corn. No, I think we've had enough. Thank you so much, Bob.
No. I rehearsed the accents of all 50 freaking United States to be here. Name an accent and I can tell you everything.
Fine. One more. What about Kansas?
Kansas was invented in 1939 when it was used as a plot point in the hit movie The Wizard of Oz.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. That's why everyone there either talks like old Judy Garland or the Toto dog. Oh, Johnny, did you hear about the twister we're having? Oh, yeah, Loretta, we're going to have the biggest dust bowl this year.
Okay, I think we're done, but I have to ask, where exactly did you get this information on Kansas?
Hom Tanks told me.
You mean Tom Hanks?
No. Hom Tanks, the vice mayor of Topeka, Kansas, and my old cellmate at Topeka Max.
Topeka Maximum Security Prison? Wait, do you only know these accents to all these states because you've been in jail in all of them?
Oh my God, Alexa, look behind you. It's the four-headed South Dakotian stone devil. Look, hey, hurry,
Are you
hurry.
serious?
Look,
Where?
look.
And now we have a message from one of our sponsors. Temple Tonight is sponsored by Hudleyville, North Dakota, where it is definitely North Dakota. As the pandemic lightens up, many people are going to want to visit America's biggest cities. But in my heart, I know the only city I ever want to go to is Hudleyville, North Dakota. If you're into comedy, you should travel to Toronto or Chicago and see some improv. But if you're really looking for something underground, at Hudleyville, Gary the waiter at Denny's tells a really funny joke about the onion rings. Once you're done eating, you'll have to go outside. Hawaii is a great place to get some sun, but so is Hudleyville on 1 or 2 days every year. It's fun to experience the city's nightlife. So if you're looking for the bright lights of Las Vegas, Hudleyville just got LEDs this past May, and it made their Wendy's sign so bright, a 12-year-old boy lost his vision. Speaking of safety precautions, the abandoned cornstarch factory is a great place to learn about the importance of industrial safety regulations. I love a good Broadway play, and I cannot wait to see Wicked and Phantom of the Opera open back up. Almost as much as I can't wait to see William Henry Harrison Elementary's production of The Wolf Who Wanted a Sandwich. The North Dakota Times called it adequate. And if you are worried about going to those grimy theaters again, you will have to ignore the 45% COVID positivity rate. I mean, Hudleyville has some of the strongest and safest people in the world. And if you do get sick, you can go to the Hudleyville Hospital. It's the only hospital to still take in patients despite a 2013 mad cow disease super spreader that killed all of its medical staff. But besides all that bigwig drama, Hudleyville likes to keep its citizens in the know. I mean, how else would I know that 15 city council members were cleared of criminal charges in the last year? Hudleyville, North Dakota is the perfect destination if you're looking for that classic American small town experience. So please, please, please come to Hudleyville, North Dakota, where it is definitely North Dakota. I mean, where else in the country can you mine your own oil?
I'd like to welcome Paolo Pilladi. He is the writer-director of the Philly-based film Last Call, and he's here to tell us a little bit more about it. Thanks for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about Last Call.
Yeah, it's a feature film starring Jeremy Piven, Taryn Manning, Bruce Dern, Jamie Kennedy, Sherry O'Terry, Kathy Moriarty. Story about gentrification, about a guy who is estranged from his family and returns home to his humble roots in Darby Heights, which doubles for Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, and has to come to grips with what he left behind, basically.
And how did you come up with this?
So it came to me actually from Greg Lingo, who was the writer and the executive producer of the project a few years back. And he had grown up in Upper Darby. I had grown up in Overbrook in West Philadelphia. So pretty close to each other on opposite sides of the city line. So I was really familiar with the story he wanted to tell and this idea of a very Philly kind of idea, in a sense, very neighborhood kind of idea of, get ahead, but don't get ahead of me. And, and what that feels like about wanting to get out of a certain neighborhood and the resentment that might be left behind and coming to grips with that. So anyway, it came to me from Greg and we took it from there.
So what parts of Philly did you use in the film?
So we shot mostly in Bayonne, New Jersey, in upstate, in northern New Jersey, for tax credit reasons, unfortunately, because Pennsylvania's tax credits weren't available to us. But we shot in Philly, we shot in Upper Darby, We shot in Center City a little bit, and then we shot at the Fittler Club for 2 days, which is a private club in Center City. So they were really good to us. So we did shoot a few days, probably about 3 or 4 days in Philadelphia proper, and then the rest was in Jersey.
That's really interesting. Did COVID affect your filming at all?
No, well, we shot in October of 19. And then we had to shoot a little bit more in the spring of 20. And we wrapped on March 12th. So right as the world was kind of collapsing around us. And we were up in North Jersey, like I said, so we were pretty close to what was at the time the epicenter. And New Rochelle was the first town that kind of shut down in those days. And Tom Hanks had just gotten COVID, and it was like a big deal. And we had a few days left to shoot, but we literally wrapped on the 12th, and then the whole world kind of collapsed around us. So we're very fortunate. I know other people that were not as fortunate as us that had, weren't able to get it in the can before COVID. So
Yeah.
we posted during COVID, but we didn't have to shoot during it,
Yeah, that's super lucky.
Very.
What are some things you want people to take away from your film?
It's a great question. I think that in one sense that you could always go home again, but that our film is a comedy kind of with a bunch of sadness in it and a lot of a bit of drama. And I do think that there's an opportunity. There's a gentrification line that runs through our story, which I think is pretty topical, certainly in Philadelphia, but also around the country. And this understanding for Jeremy's character, for the lead's character, that hopefully you can go back home and it's not as bad as maybe you thought it was, and that what you might have thought was harsh was actually heart, and the heart of this neighborhood and the heart of the story is in its right place,
Yeah. And do you have a favorite scene from the film?
A favorite scene?
Yeah.
There's a scene between Jeremy and his father, who was played by Jack McGee, in the work shed of the father's work shed. That's a kind of come to Jesus moment, I think, for Jeremy's character, Mick. That's my favorite for sure. It's a little heart to heart between the father and the son. And Jeremy's character lives in Rittenhouse Square, and he hadn't been home for 10 years prior to having to go home for this family emergency in the beginning of the film. And yet they're only, 15, 20 minutes away. So it was something that, his character had to really deal with in terms of why he had been such, why he hadn't put any energy into his family outside of his work, just putting his energy into work. So anyway, that scene between father and son is probably my favorite.
It sounds like a really, really good, amazing, emotional, deep movie. I'm excited to check it out. I have some questions. How did you get started in filmmaking?
High school, actually. I got a Hi8 camera when I was in high school, and just started making stuff. But yeah, out of college, my partner at the time, Giovanni, we started our company, Goody Goody, and just started, kind of creating. This was at the beginning of the digital revolution, so it was just coming out of film, and digital was becoming a more commonplace thing. So, I think, I've always been a storyteller and always wanted to tell stories through moving images, and just got lucky.
And what does the future look like for Last Call? Where's it going next?
So it comes out in theaters and on demand March 19th via IFC Films, which we are all very, very, happy about. It'll be in select theaters around the country. On demand for a few months, and then it'll go on from there. It's, for us, we didn't have a festival run. We didn't, I don't know what the theaters in person will look like because of COVID, which is a bit, disappointing, but it is what it is. IFC does a great job at drive-ins too. So hopefully It'll be in some drive-ins. We are, like a month out or so. So I should know more as theaters come on board. I think maybe the Navy Yard in Philadelphia, it'll be available. I'm not sure yet. So I'll keep you posted.
Yeah. And when you do find out, where can people go to learn some more information?
So for sure, ifcfilms.com would probably be the best, I would say, to go to. So yeah.
Thanks. So that's about it. Thank you so much, Paolo, for coming out and telling us about your film Last Call. You're the writer and director, obviously. And that's all for this interview. We'll be right back with more Temple Tonight.
Here to perform her song Waste is Bona Nicole.
I'm over you telling me what do you think I should hear. I'm sick of the lies that you put in my head. But now when I look at you, I'm not affected, no. The things that I felt, no, they're no longer there. If I spend time trying to reach for the stars for you, who's to say when I'll land back on my feet? Before I take a chance and give you my heart, I need to make sure that you're worthy of me, and I won't waste mine. Oh no, this time I'm taking control back, so you should know that I'm not that easy to please. Not gonna always agree. If there's a problem, you should run, 'cause there ain't no way we can be, no. And when it's all said and done, I just hope that you know there ain't no reason to get over emotional. Just stay out my lane and baby, I'll stay out of yours. I won't entertain that negativity no more. You think you can handle it, not a lot of people can. And I don't need a man, no. Trust me, I'm independent, and you might have had a plan for it. Baby, I'm 3 steps ahead, yeah. I won't allow you to up my groove and get in my head. I ain't tryna waste your time. Already been through it and I won't waste mine. Oh no, this time I'm taking control back, so you should know that I'm not that easy to please. Not gonna always agree. If there's a problem, you should run. There ain't no way we can be. There ain't no you and me. You and me, you and me. No, there ain't no you and me. You and me, whoa. Ooh, whoa. You think you can handle it? Not a lot of people can, and you think you can handle it. There ain't no you and me. Not a lot of people can, and you think you can, you think you can.
That's all for this episode of Temple Tonight. Thank you for Paolo Pilladi and Bona Nicole for coming on to the show. Have a great night, everybody.